And the second question.
Do you get who gets 2 questions and who gets 1?
I think we can just choose.
I love you. Keep going.
Okay, how is it like working with Yusuf Gatewood?
He's really great. I think he's a really talented guy. He brings different energy to every scene. He's like a really, he's really creative. He's never boring. He's always trying something new. He's brave. He's not afraid to fail. He's one of the best actors, I think the CW has ever had. He's really great. We're lucky to have him.
Thank you.
Thank you. You get 1 question. What is it? I'm teasing you, by the way. I don't mean to be mean.
First of all, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And my question is, Elijah's always wearing suits. Would you think that just a relaxing pair of clothing would suit him fine, just as well as a suit would do?
Here's what I know about people. Is that people like their characters to do the things they do. Like Elijah's. I'll be honest with you, like, I love it when I see kids dressing up for Halloween as Elijah. Like, they get in a suit, and I've seen girls dressing up as Elijah, and Elijah is the vampire in the suit. Like, when people think of the vampire in the suit, they think of Elijah, and that's across all television and all movies. Like, if people say vampire in a suit, people think of Elijah. And I love that about him. Now, when you think of, like, changing that, like, people don't want that. Like, people say, hey, it'd be interesting, but when you show them that, they're not very interested in it. Like, we tried it, I think, for a couple of episodes, and people just were like, what's happened? It doesn't feel like Elijah anymore. I mean, are you guys old enough to remember a show called Cheers? Do you guys remember Cheers? Yeah, remember, well, there was a character played by Shelley Long, and she was called Diane, and when Shelley Long, when the show, everybody was watching the show, and everybody so badly wanted this couple to get together, and they said, please, please, please let this couple get together, and they finally got together in like season 3 or 4 of the show, and when they did, the ratings were terrible. Like, suddenly the show was just taken off the air. When Ellen DeGeneres, you guys know Ellen DeGeneres? Yeah. So Ellen used to have her own show, she used to have her own, she has her own show now, but like, she had a comedy show. Most popular comedy show on American television. And everybody kept saying, oh, she's gay, and it'd be so great if on the show she came out and she said she was gay. And Americans said, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this. And eventually she came out as being gay, and the moment she came out, nobody watched the show anymore. And I'm not saying that nobody would watch the show anymore if Elijah stopped wearing suits, but my way of answering your question is, people are curious about why he's not doing that. Like, when do you ever see Elijah feed, for example? You never see Elijah like feeding. I'm curious about that. Like, I want to see him, eating. You never see him eat. He has to in order to survive. But I like that we don't know the answer to these things, necessarily, because the mystery is what makes us. I like that Elijah has a lot of mystery around him.
Yeah, I like that too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I also watch Stay Hope, and I think it's a really good show too.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. That's very kind of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Just to know, do you like to come here in Belgium, and would you like to come next year?
Yeah, I definitely would. I'd like to bring my wife and kids next year if I can, because I'm jealous of, my wife is jealous rather of me walking around the streets eating waffles and drinking beer and,
Yeah, good beer.
It's very difficult with kids traveling. My son is only 8 weeks old right now, and so traveling with him would be virtually impossible, but the people are so kind here. And so there's so much fun, like too much fun. I don't, I can't keep up. I'm getting too old. But I love. The city's also really beautiful. The deceiving thing about Brussels is when you first drive in, you don't quite understand how beautiful it is. It's not till you start to get to the center and you start to go, whoa, like you feel the age of the city. And it's because I confess, I just said in the meeting before that I had that. I thought it would just be like Paris, and I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed to admit that. I thought, it's just gonna be another, but it's not. It's very individual and it's very different. But there are parts of it which look easily as beautiful as Paris, if not more beautiful, And I love traveling through the streets, and the food is, I don't know, it doesn't. I feel more in danger when I'm in Paris, if I'm honest. I feel it's much safer here. Like, walking around, I never feel in danger. In Paris, I feel, even in some of the nicer areas, I feel like a little bit in danger, but what a beautiful city you guys have here. You know?
Thanks a lot. Have a nice trip here.
Hello. First of all, I would like to tell you that I love your character, especially in the
Thank you.
originals. And my question is, which episodes you like the most filming, included the originals and the Vampire Diaries?
Let me ask you a question. How do you're from Belgium?
Yeah.
How do you watch the originals? Because does the originals play here?
Not really.
So you're illegally downloading. Security. No, okay, grab. And so what amazes me about traveling is talking to people from, like, I was in Paris and I brought up Saving Hope, and the crowd went, yeah, there's this big cheer from everyone for Saving Hope, and I was thinking, how the fuck do you watch Saving Hope? Like, it doesn't even play here, but I guess so much of what you guys watch on television, so much of what you watch is downloaded, I guess, right? Like, I had no idea. It must be. You guys probably have it down to a fine science, so I don't yet. But anyway, so that's how you watch it. My favorite episode is this last season. I have a couple that I really liked. I liked the second to last episode of the season of the originals. I loved the finale was good, but I thought the second to last one was really, really strong. It had a certain pace to it that I really liked. I would say that was my favorite episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So my question is, what was the most awkward scene you filmed?
To film as Elijah?
As an actor?
Every single scene I film is the most awkward scene I film. No, it's true. Like, I feel I work very hard. You know, I'm a hard-working guy. Like, I work I was saying before when we had the meet and greet, the private one, I was just saying that I work very hard so that I can relax when I get to set, because I love to have fun, isn't it? I just love having fun. So every scene presents its difficulties, you know, and I always want a scene to be the greatest version of itself, you know. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Sit back down. Sit down. No, sit. Hey, This is Ian related, isn't it? This is Ian related. Sit down. So I don't care if you have diarrhea. Sit down. Get diapers. Get nappies, whatever you call them here. Wear 3 pairs of underwear. I'm sorry, what was I talking about? What are you doing? This is really offensive. Okay, so, sorry, what were we saying? I can't remember. Oh, so yeah, every scene is a little bit awkward for me, to be honest. But, it's awkward when I'm getting ready, as I'm preparing, you know? Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you. Unbelievable. Look at these ungrateful people. Disgusting. We're not friends anymore.
Hello.
I'm friends with the ones who stay, by the way. So, yeah. Good friends. Love you all.
My question is, how do you prepare for a role? Like, Elijah is so different than you are in real life. Your body language, the way you speak, the accent. How do you prepare for acting?
I don't know. I just I got a real feeling for him. There was a way I thought he should stand and speak, and I just did that. Like I really, it was exciting to me how different he was from me. So I tried something. So, you know, for a long time I didn't hear anything back from that audition. When I auditioned for it, it was a long time went by before I got the role. Like about a month or a month and a half. And so I'd just forgotten about it. I'd forgotten that I'd even auditioned. I thought that I did a pretty good job auditioning, but nobody said anything, so I thought maybe I did a bad job. I just didn't know, you know? But I must admit, when I did the audition, I had a really strong idea of how to play him. Now, when I'm getting ready in the mornings, you know, like, I put on the clothing, and and it just starts to sort of naturally happen. It's really fun. It just happens every day, you know? Sometimes I still watch my performance though, and I don't like it. I'll see stuff and I'll go, and I'll see certain scenes, and I'll think, that's not Elijah enough, you know? It wasn't Elijah enough. It was a little bit too much this or that. So I'm always trying to make him more and more him. Do you know? Yeah.
Can you do it in Elijah line? Something like Elijah would say?
Excuse me?
Can you do like a line that Elijah would say, like in his accent?
Can you guys suggest a line? Can you suggest? Katarina. I don't know. Is that okay?
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Thank you.